Don't worry, be happy. Well, I'll tell you about a science teacher. Stood in front of the class and said, "All right, children, if you could have one raw material in the world, what would that be?" And little Stevie raised his hand and said, "I want gold, 'cause gold is worth a lot of moolah, and I could buy a Corvette." And the teacher nodded, and then she called on Susie, and little Susie said, "I want platinum, 'cause platinum's worth more than gold, and I could buy a Porsche." The teacher smiled, and then she called on little Johnny, and little Johnny stood up and said, "I would want silicone." The teacher said, "Silicone, silicone, why?" And little Johnny said, "Because my mom has 2 bags of this stuff, and you should see all the sports cars outside the house, hanging out with the dew." Now here's one for you. If I can figure it out here. What key's that in? I guess it don't make no difference what key's it in when it got so to the hairman. Way down in Alabama, it's guy picking time. Well, there's bluegrass in Kentucky. Yeah, bluegrass. And Virginia's where they swing. Carolina coming to see you in the state of mind. Coming just to spend some time. Arkansas, I hear you calling. I know I'll see you soon. That's where we'll do some picking beneath the old Ozark moon. Why worry when you can be happy? When it's peach picking time in Georgia, and apple picking time in Tennessee, and cotton picking time in Mississippi, everybody picks on me. When it's roundup time in Texas, and the cowboys all make whoopee, and way down in Alabama, it's guy picking time on me. And when they're picking cotton, that's the time to pick out a old willow tree and make a whooshin' and fishing rod, or maybe something to scare the spirits off. It's wedding time in the springtime, and I'll tell you about the wedding I went to the other day. The bride came in on a white horse, and then they were drinking shots of peanut butter liqueur right during the ceremony, toasting to one another. Yeah, that's what you call country wedding. It was way out in the Central Bridge at a place called the Tater Barn, and a good time was had by all. Nothing like a wedding to bring old friends together. Nothing like a wedding. I met a lot of people I didn't expect to see, from the bride's family and friends, a lot of pickleballers and basketball players. Did I tell you, the bride rode into the ceremony on a white horse side saddle. Anyway, let's get back to the shoe-do. Oh, and a big shout out to Nicole and Keith, and a big shout out to Susie and Sonny. I'm getting a brain cramp here. Well, anyway, we'll leave it at that.